Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Then your client, Mr. Mattergard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer isn't going to say what I want. Arch is going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on guard. No, I don't want to pick this. This sucks. I don't want to make this choice.
Oh, you can't save. I know that sucks.
Yeah, great.
Unless you can. Can you press options?
No.
Nope. Pick who dies.
No, I won't. There, you.
Okay.
You're not putting that on me.
I don't know if that's the right option.
You made it, so.
Wait, did I click not guilty?
Yeah? We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright.
I meant to click guilty. I clicked the wrong thing.
Man on guard.
Wait, no, I clicked the wrong thing.
Well, I can't help that now.
Oops.
I gotta at least see it through.
My bad.
I mean, I can go back and load, but we'll have to do a little bit.
Bad.
Well, we're seeing this through now.
My bad.
You can edit it out if you need to, but...
Just trying to give me the control on my dumbass. I forgot what guilty and not guilty means.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on guard is...
Oh, thank God, it doesn't actually matter. Thank God.
Franziska
It
von
doesn't matter,
Karma?
I'm a dumbass.
That would have been better than the judge's voice. Franziska von Karma?
Fuck yeah, Franziska. What are you doing? Ah, fuck!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them?
You should know better than that to ask that, Mr. Mars Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside these.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence? This trial's already over. All that remains is me to hand out my verdict. I don't believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Combe be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Combe, if you please.
Is this piece of evidence all items left by the killer during his escape from the police?
It must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle! Jesus Christ, you're naive, Phoenix. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol.
Alright.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case?
I mean, literally no one has been shot. Well, okay, one person has been shot, but they're right over there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to save right now and then do whatever you want.
I want to get this case over with. It's so boring.
I love this case.
This case is awful.
This case is amazing.
amazingly boring.
Amazingly
We're,
awesome.
it's literally we're literally padding out the game by padding out the trial with useless stuff. I hate this.
But it's intense.
It's not intense. It's just stupid.
Stakes so high.
It's just boring. Pretty sure there's no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from on guard's mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. He is a woman. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform.
Yeah, we know that.
Is that the uniform of the Gatewater Hotel?
Well, only one of these pieces of evidence are very useful.
Yeah, but I tried to question for more details, and that's all they gave me. Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Interesting.
That's all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure we'll be under normal circumstances. These arms from Shirley to Kill's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. These 3 arms do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Von Calmer. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first. Make on God wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If on God himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Ungard. If the killer were to no longer think of Ungard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who is yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I'll pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
I've already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible to turn the situation around in one try. One try. That's all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to?
Damn it, I didn't get the chance to save.
Who would you like to show the evidence to? Look at the evidence. Think, and think about who you want to show it to. Only the new evidence.
Huh?
Only the new evidence.
I don't fucking know, Dylan. I thought we were supposed to show something to the killer, but he would know about the new evidence. So if you're saying it's just the new evidence, I don't know.
Well, you may actually be right.
Well, why does the killer need to see the new evidence? Doesn't he know what it is? Oh, he hadn't seen the tape? He hadn't seen the tape yet either? Or is it the button? Because it was the button that had the blood on it, and it wasn't the button from Samurai Boy's coat.
It's the tape.
It is the tape, okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
We'll show it to the bellboy. Oh no, wait, that's the butler.
It's still Sully the Killer.
Huh?
It's still Sully the Killer. Why are both there?
I see.
And now, tell this court with one piece of evidence you'd like to show this person. You know what's on the tape.
See, that was missing a button, so I was kind of curious.
Now that button is very much jamming Ninja.
Okay.
It's fucking massive.
Well, we don't know how big the other button is, and they made a point to point out, so it's a really special button.
You can see on those buttons.
Well, I don't know how big they are in that picture. And okay, come on, you don't know how big this button is just from this.
I mean, you have a fine photo that shows him.
Fine. It still seemed like when they made the big deal about the button.
Yeah, the buttons are right at him. But you know what's on the tape.
Well,
what do you do, Master?
Raggy?
Mr. Edgeworth. I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. I think that is correct. I hope that is correct. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Does it transmit video? Alright, looks like I managed to convince him.
Oh my fucking god, why am I back here again?
Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Of course, I'm, on the other end of a radio transceiver, so I guess you're gonna have to just describe it.
Only thing is, if seeing that evidence would have changed the outcome, they could have just not let those police officers get injured. And just let him have the tape. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
Thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on the tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Evan Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did man on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. I assume that.
Yes.
Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer?
Yeah. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact... I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me!
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Do you have a preference?
I say plead guilty.
Of course, that means Phoenix's record won't be perfect anymore.
So, we on to fucking Von Karma.
Matt on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty, 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 guilty!
Ow.
Ugh.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt in guard? I've left Mr. Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. I'm an intergalactic bounty hunter.
Bye, motherfuckers.
When the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, it's the first time I've ever seen her smile. I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment.
Thanks, and I just thought such a great duo.
This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there's still a few things I'm confused about, but you know, I'm kinda stupid, but everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that's good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yay! March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yeah, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. And when you made the decision you didn't mean to make.
Whoops. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense file statements on the matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life?
Oops, wrong button.
My client, Matt on guard, is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right.
Edgeworth.
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really?
Pearls.
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah, missing Maya safe. You did it, we really did it, Governor.
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her, Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier, thanks. Why are you still smiling? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
Edgeworth?
For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. That man was very handsome as well, may I add. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened. So I left the prosecutor's office. And also, one more trial happened after this, but that was written way after this game. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
That's what you should have. A prosecutor who ashamed himself of his defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense!
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to love that man as well. I mean, trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
The truth?
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? You need to look at your attorney's badge again.
That's why you couldn't forgive me.
That's why you couldn't forgive me, semicolon. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who went away into the night.
Ah. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool!
Miss Von Karma?
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You're no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later.
There's something else.
Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this white.
Okay. Nick! Maya!
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's okay. It's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it.
Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Hey. Alright. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick, food! Grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food!
Felix can't pay for that. March 23rd, 7:30 p.m. Gateway Hotel, hotel lobby.
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was going to give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now look at here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Rat too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, come on now, everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh, me? You really think so?
He's right.
No, I'm right.
If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think the trial would have had a very different ending.
Oh, well, you know, it's ho-ho! Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What?
4? I can't count that high.
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. But whoo, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? Haha, you think? Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Were you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Missing Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again.
Beep 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 beep.
What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up.
Ah, that's Miss Von Calmer's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton.
I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait,
What?
I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. No, I didn't pull that up. It automatically came up.
What do you give him now? Don't.
Wait.
There's a very important moment.
Should I give him the whip?
Maybe.
I mean, most of the stuff isn't really ours to be giving away.
Maybe give him the whip. I mean, it's funny. He gives you the whip, and then you're like,
well, I don't
"Take
know.
this."
You have a better suggestion?
No, you don't really have anything else to give, as you said.
This is mostly just evidence.
I
From the
think it
case.
might be the whip.
I'll give him my badge.
No, give him the whip.
Okay, I'll give him the
I
whip.
think. What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Missy Maya?
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right?
They were never lovey-dovey.
You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
But Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill. Uh-huh. Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'd be better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Damn.
Huh?
In this great, Mr. Nick, you're fucking broke.
Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. All right, then. If you say so.
I think there's an after credits scene. So we're going to sit here and talk through the credits. So, how are you doing, Mr. Matty from Video C? How did you enjoy this game? Oh, there's more talking.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
You should not be in a fucking situation like that 3 times. That's not good.
She's just an attraction for bad shit. I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners, so I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case that's not happening.
How does she know how to make reservations?
Also, yeah, how the fuck? She doesn't even know what the fuck a train is.
Well, look, you know it's not happening because you know how the story plays out, but I mean, it could have happened. I've always felt like that was the route for them.
Nah, it's Edgeworth.
I don't get those vibes from Edgeworth and Phoenix. They're buddies, and I'd like to see them work together. We're missing Gumshoe's dialogue here.
Edgeworth literally said Phoenix
letting that one go is all bad for
feelings in him. Like, bro.
I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Oh, wait, you can have feelings for somebody that aren't romantic. You can have strong feelings for people that aren't romantic.
Oh, fuck, I did her voice. I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, so...
The killer?
This is a completely different voice. This is it.
She's gonna bring smiles and joy to people who work at the restaurant by being a waitress.
I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. It's not even close to the killer.
It sounded like a little
The killer is like this.
Well, that's their disguise voice. That's their real voice. They don't want anybody to know who they are. There you go.
Yes, I had a reservation. I'm Dr. Hardy. Isn't he? Yes, that girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But remember, if I even miss one side, I'll go crack. Didn't matter what I with the, yeah. I fucking hate this guy. It's Max.
It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake? And bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes.
Irish pirates.
You wish pirates what? I'm ready! I'm ready! There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears! I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor! Mo Curls will represent! We got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it! Oh, thank God, 'cause I couldn't remember his voice. What's this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? Ah, but this Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any man who hasn't heard about this is going to feel the pain in my head. Yes, they're going to feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because the way where their secretary and burned down in the cause, I missed half it. I'm sorry. I try on those, but man, that's tough. I can read fast, but having to do it in a voice.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Ms. Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Besties. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Oh, the radio broke your controller too. Perfect timing.
I don't know if it'll... Yeah, okay. There we go. Sorry about that. I hadn't had to press the button in a while.
March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Departures, Gate 12.
Edgeworth.
Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know I was here?
With this.
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away? Like a little bitch?
Shut up. You don't understand this thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been, and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Wright, you knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, since this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you, that was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit, you'll walk down the prosecutor's path. Then, this is where we part ways, Francisca von Karma.
I am Francisco von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Playing.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. But my plane is being shot down. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this 4th piece.
Does she ever even okay in a game again?
So I can give it to you. when at last we meet again.
Does the game just end on this screen? Or... Okay, no. Well, yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching this episode of Gabby the Game Night and this series. It will continue with the third game. But for now, like, comment, subscribe. What's my outro?
Go check out Video C.
Go check out Video C. And most importantly,
thank goodness that case is over.
Good night.
Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.